welcome back. Last session, we talked about the lone waist trainer. Well, this session, we're going to talk about the waist trainer that has a live-in support. So, stay with me. Gonna get interesting. Okay, the live-in support. Now this could be a family member, it could be spouse, it could be roommate, right? I'm talking on this area about a support person that is not themselves a waist trainer. Now, that doesn't mean you couldn't have two waist trainers, being together, supporting one another. But that's not what the discussion is about. We're not discussing the live-in 24/7 support person who is the dominant, okay? Who is going to be controlling your laces, who is going to be maybe assisting, but being a little more in control of your ins and your outs. Okay, I'm talking about a support person that is just that, support. And that support usually comes from here when you need a rah-rah, or the times when you need, are you sure you're okay? Because, you don't need to stay in it. Oh, I'm not going to tell anybody. That kind of support. But they also have to know the signs. As you get into this, I'm sorry, it's going to start getting good to you. And you're going to start making those moves that are stupid, okay? So you're educating your support person. You have to make some guidelines. You have to make a game plan. Like, okay, Corset training is getting towards the end of my day. I'm feeling a little, but I'm going to hang it out. I'm going to stick with it. Well, that person might just say, well, you said that when it starts hurting here, well, not hurting, but when you get uncomfortable here, or when you start to itch, that you said, that. Well, yeah, okay. Okay, this is where the dynamic comes in. Your support is basically reminding you, don't be stupid. Don't try to push it before your time, because you will sit there, trust me. Oh, maybe another hour. It feels so good. Nah. Even those that are, we'll say even extreme waist trainers, me, devoted, dedicated waist trainer, 27 is when I'm in my corset. I give myself 2 hours to be out of it, to take care of business, to get back into it. But there are times when I might overindulge in eating or drinking, or I might overindulge in an exercise or movement that causes discomfort. Sometimes you may just need to adjust. Remember, I said as you waist train, your body is going to be making changes. And it might mean that, maybe I need to undo it, put it back on, maybe with it up higher here, maybe lower. You never know. So that's what that support group 24/7 is. So if you have someone to play off of that, I kind of feel this. Well, you had said, or we had agreed on, or you look fine. It's all right. It may seem like a really small, tacky type of thing to speak about the support person like that. But as I said, this isn't a support person that is in control. This is not a support person that is also waist training with you. That's a whole different dynamic, those two. We're just talking about someone who lives with you, who is just going to be there to say, hey, and to keep you on track, so that when you are out of your corset, you may also go the other way, which is, I don't feel like getting back into it. Oh, maybe I just, well, you had that goal. You were the one that said, okay, you're a support person. And they're not being judgmental. They're not being strict. And they're not trying to get you to do anything that you didn't already say you were or were not doing. They're just basically that other voice, which for some of us supposed to be common sense. Yeah. But that's what your support person really is for, is to be there to just help you to stay on the path. Yeah. So that's really all to say about that living support person. But then next session, we will talk about the person who sees you occasionally, which is that outside support. And that can be person or persons. That's another dynamic that you have to think about. Some of us do need that kind of support to keep motivated, to keep on our path. And even though it's what you want, life has a tendency to change. All right, this is me, the Corset Disciplinarian, saying once again, keep those laces tight.